Welcome to Straight Talk Tuesday. Today's Tuesday, January 19th, 2021, and today's topic is IRA secrets you should know. I'm Brent Bowers, a retirement plan advisor at Retirement Plans Inc., and this presentation has been put together with Rich Myers, a retirement plan advisor at Retirement Plans Inc. Let's take a look at today's agenda. The concepts we will cover are IRA contribution secrets and the Savers Credit, reducing your tax liability. Today's presentation is for informational purposes only and should not be construed as legal or tax advice. Please consult with your advisor or administrator to find out if this may be appropriate for your circumstances. Let's jump in. Let's look at IRA contribution secrets. First, let's take care of a couple housekeeping notes. For 2020 and 2021, the contribution limits for traditional and Roth IRAs was $6,000 per year, or is $6,000 per year, or $7,000 if you're age 50 or older. Our first secret here is that you can still make a contribution for the 2020 tax year. The deadline to do so is April 15th, 2021, or if filing for a tax extension, October 15th, 2021. And the reason you would want to do this is if you've not maxed out that $6,000 limit in 2020, you can still put more money into, let's call it a traditional IRA in this example, which could reduce your taxable income depending upon your income level and whether or not you are covered by a qualified retirement plan at work. Our second little secret nugget that we have around traditional and Roth IRAs is what's called the spousal IRA. If you have a spouse that is not working and has little to no income, you can make on their behalf an additional contribution of either $6,000 or $7,000 if you're age 50 or older into a spousal IRA. It can be a Roth or a traditional and will allow you collectively to save $12,000 or potentially $14,000 per year away for retirement. Now let's jump into the Savers Credit, reducing our tax liability. So the first thing here is to look at the eligibility requirements, which you see here is you must be 18 years of age, not claimed as a dependent on another person's tax return, and also not a student. And so what would be an applicable contribution to apply for the Savers Credit would be contributions to traditional Roth IRAs, elective salary deferrals to a number of qualified retirement vehicles, or voluntary after-tax contributions to a qualified retirement vehicle or plan. And also an ABLE account, which is a disability type of account, would also apply when looking at applicable contributions for the Savers Credit. How does the Savers Credit work and what are the limits of the credit? So the max contribution to one of those eligible vehicles we just discussed would be $2,000 for somebody that's single, or $4,000 if you're married filing jointly. And the max credit you would be applicable for is $1,000 if filing single, or $2,000 if married filing jointly. So if we look at an example, let's call it a couple is married filing jointly, and let's call their adjusted gross income $41,000. So as looking at the chart below, we would see that 20% of their contribution could be a tax credit. And so if they had made the $4,000 deferral or contribution into, let's call it an IRA for this example, they could get an $800 tax credit that would reduce their tax liability that they would owe come filing their taxes. So as you can see, this does get phased out at certain income levels. So if you're married filing jointly, it would be more than $66,000. Head of household is $49,500, and all other filers, single or married filing separately, would be more than $33,000 in adjusted gross income. But if you do qualify and your adjusted gross income falls below these levels, depending on how you're filing, it's a great way to get that tax credit and reduce your taxable liability.
Hopefully these secrets that we shared with you today gave you some information that you were not aware of previously. Will help you either save more for retirement, reduce your taxable income for a tax year, or even receive a tax credit. If you have any questions or need further assistance on any of these topics, please feel free to reach out to Rich Myers or myself, and we'd be happy to assist you. Have a great rest of the week.